Hey guys, WB Trend Cards here and welcome back to another Match Attax 16-17 video. As you can probably tell, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so please bear with me on my voice. But the video I've got for you today is my current £100 million Match Attax team. So of course, in Match Attax tournaments, you do have to use a team that adds up to no more than £100 million or 105 million if you do have the agent card. And so yeah, my team does add up to exactly 105 million, and we can get one of the tactic cards out of the way already, just adding that 5 million to make the team allowed. And yeah, we'll start off with the subs bench, starting with the first sub, and really just a player to offset the cost. It is Timon from Hull City, but only 4 million on his value. There's only a few players in the collection with 4 million as their value, and Timon is one of them, so he makes it into the team just to bring the budget down a bit. Then we've got the second sub. Now this is one of our highest rated attacks in the team. It's West Ham midfielder and golden mistician Dimitri Payet with 93 on attack and only a pretty low 9.5 million on his value. Then we've got our final sub, and again one of the highest rated players in the team. It is 98 rated goalkeeper man of the match Petr Cech, with again pretty low value at only 10.5 million, especially for such a high rating. But he's on the subs bench. He's not actually our worst keeper, he's our best keeper, but he's on the subs bench just in case they have the injury card and they know who've got a goal, so they'll sub off Cech. But yeah, so he's on the bench. Then we've got our actual first team goalkeeper, and bringing us onto the first team, it is Stoke shot stopper Jack Butland with 89 on defence. Now this is his rising star cards, so he gets a bit of a boost there. So his normal card would be alright for this, but obviously it's best to get the highest rating possible, and there's no difference in value between his normal card and his rising star card. So yeah, he's a goalkeeper. That brings us onto the defence, starting with another one of these mega tin inserts. This time it's an international star card, and with a whopping 88 on defence and only 6 million on his value. It is Cesar Azpilicueta, the Spaniard, getting the first spot in our defence. And then we do have the highest rated player in the team. You can see by the slightly smaller borders here. It is 100 Club John Stones with 100 on defence. And he is the cheapest of the 100 clubs, 11 million on his value. And you can only use 100 club in your team, as I found out the hard way at one of the Topps festivals. At the Milton Keynes one, I managed to beat the Match Attax World Champion. But because I had 200 clubs in my team, I got disqualified, even though they didn't actually win me the game. So yeah, make sure to be careful with that one, and that is why I have only got 100 club in the team. I've gone with John Stones because he's the cheapest one. Then we've got our third defender of the team. This time it's another bargain player with Robert Huth at only 5 million on his value and 87 on defence. He's actually higher rated than Wes Morgan, and yeah, a great card to have in there, one of the first names on the team sheet. And then we've got our fourth defender, so a very strong defence all along. It is Laurent Koscielny this time, 6 million on his value and 89 on defence for him, so even higher than Robert Huth and Azpilicueta, and still with a very low value there as well. So he makes it 4 in our defence. So he is our fourth defender, and then we've got defender number 5, and the final one, obviously you're only allowed 5 defenders, but it is Manchester United's Luke Shaw, another one of these mega tin inserts. This one's actually the rising star though, same as Jack Butland, 89 again on defence for him, so pretty similar card to Jack Butland but with a slightly higher value, but still very good value for money at only 5.5 million and 89 on defence. That takes us on to the attacking part of the pitch, obviously starting in midfield, and the first one here is an Arsenal midfielder. It is Mesut Ozil, international star, our second international star of the team, and 93 rated on attack for him with only 9.5 million as his value. So the same ratings as his West Ham counterpart Dimitri Payet, but yeah, he makes it as our first midfielder. Then we've got another player just to offset the cost really. It is also an away kit card and pretty good all round. So if you can manage to get this as your last card or one of your last cards and get it up against either a defender when they only have defenders left or only have attackers left, and use the alternate stats. So if they have an attacker, then you attack, and you could well just win with this one, and that would get you 2 points as it is an away kit. Again, you can only use one away kit card in your team, and yeah, I've gone for De Roon. And then we do have the joint second highest rated player of the team, along with Petr Cech. It is man of the match N'Golo Kante, 10 million on his value, so actually slightly cheaper than Petr Cech, and obviously better on attack by quite a bit, but he's got 98 on defense, which is what he's there for. Another very high defensive player. So this team is quite imbalanced in terms of it's got more defenders or more defensive cards generally than attackers, which means you've got to try and play to that in the Match Attax matches the best you can, otherwise you might end up getting caught out. But we do still have a few more attacking players to come, starting with another Chelsea midfielder. This time it's the Brazilian Willian. 90 on attack for him, 7.5 million on his value. So again, very, very cheap there, and that is his gold limited edition card. But again, you can use other variations of the Willian card. It's just, again, they will just be a bit lower rated. That does take us on to the one-man strike force in the team though, which is Tottenham forward and top scorer in the Premier League last season. It is Harry Kane, 96 on attack for him, so he's the highest rated attacking card in the team with 11 million on his value. Of course, one of the most common limited edition cards, if not the most common, found in the Stars pack, so everyone mostly people should have him. So that's a good card to use as well. And there is the complete team. We just got one more thing, which is our other tactic card. Of course, you're now allowed 2 tactic cards, and this one is the injury card. And so unfortunately this year, especially at the bottom, as you can see there, this is the John Stones, this is Azpilicueta. The 100 clubs have much larger borders. So it's very annoying because it does mean that you can... Because it does mean that you'll be able to see which of their cards is 100 clubs. And now if you use this injury tactic card, you'll be able to take off their 100 club or force them to substitute it. It's a really bad glitch, and it's a really bad mistake by Topps this year because it does ruin the gameplay a bit. But yeah, that's why the injury card's in there. You have to use it because it'll probably get used against... It'll unfortunately probably get used against you, so... You know, just to kind of even it up is why it's in there. But it would be nice if they sort of disallowed maybe the injury card at upcoming Topps events, because at the moment you can give yourself a big advantage if you take away their 100 club. It also could be a good idea to take this John Stones out of your team to avoid him getting injured, if you see what I mean, and put in someone similar in terms of ratings. But yeah, that is the team. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you did, please just smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here for more Match Attax content. And of course, I'll see you next time.